Welcome, everybody. Good to see you, as always. It's the first Friday, so a meditation in self-inquiry. All right, begin with this quote from Adyashanti. You can never know when you are the last layer, when you are at the last layer, until all of a sudden it's revealed, and poof, the house of cards collapses. You've gone through the bottom, and the sense of inadequacy no longer has the power to draw you back out of your true nature. You can never know when you are at the last layer until all of a sudden it's revealed and poof, the house of cards collapses. You've gone through the bottom, and the sense of inadequacy no longer has the power to draw you back out of your true nature. I think of that as it can happen over and over again every time we do the work. Just seeing, what's the truth here? What am I really thinking and believing? And is it so? So just notice in a predicament, a thing that looks like a problem, a dilemma in a relationship, a moment. It can be an irritation, a mosquito bite. You notice it, and that can have such a big collection of, when that happens, but you notice it from the feeling within. You go, uh-oh, such and such has happened. Uh-oh, I don't like it. No, I don't like what they just said. Right? I'm not sure about that look, or something much bigger and wider, like in the group yesterday in the Year of Inquiry group, looking at death, the potential of death. It's a good one. Looks like a big one. Big one. So just noticing, noticing what I oppose, what I'm arguing with, as Byron Katie would say. My argument with reality just means I'm clenching up against it. I defend. I want to brace myself. And just notice what that is. So there's that moment when that happens. And then allow those feelings, like if we're just, let the feelings be there, let them be there. So good that they're there, like a built-in app for showing you where stress is found, when it is strikes you and when it rises. Larry.
I was doing the work this morning with Carol, my wife, and I realized if I see a pony, it means there's got to be shit someplace. The exact reverse, of the story. I need to worry.
Mm,
That's the
yeah.
statement. I
Okay.
need to worry.
Okay. That's such a good one. It's such a good one.
I have a situation and
Yeah.
I need to worry.
Yeah. It's like the same, to me, you see if it feels right. It's the same as, I need to think about this thing. I need
Yeah.
to think about it.
Yes.
I need to use brain power on it, you know? Yeah.
Would
Like
that be a better one to work on, or should I stick with
you
in
could stick with worry the way your mind says it, but I just like what is worry, it's like applying thought to this situation and it makes sense like some, with you'll hear the sound or maybe even all the way since childhood. It's like think, come on, think, like
you know what you did?
yeah, yeah, think about
Not
it.
think about it. Go
Yeah,
after it.
yeah. And just all the, you know, belief that thoughts will lead our way in or out of things, and it looks like that's what happens sometimes. Wow, I think really, If I think clearly, then I'll go down the path that's
or think
peaceful.
my way out of it. Somehow
Yes.
I'll think enough. There's the solution.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So this is in some ways, to ask the question, who would we be without our story, without our thought is like it's alarming. I need my thinking. I need my thinking. I don't want my thinking. I don't know what that's like. I got to have my thoughts are, you know, to be very respected, and let's say they wouldn't be disrespected, but they will provide. They'll provide. What will keep me safe and give me answers to life. And yeah, yeah. So it's a good one. I need to worry. Yeah, I need to apply thinking to this. All right. Anyone else want to share a thought? Lori.
So somebody recently asked me if I wanted to come to this concert or go on a walk with her. Somebody else had asked if I wanted to go to this bar after a play, and but the most recent one, okay, she wanted. I feel uncomfortable. What's required of me? I'm going to have to make conversation. I'm going to have to be something for them. I'm
Ah,
going to, they're going to be clingy. This is.
yes.
My reaction is one of discomfort when what are her intentions? Does she need somebody in life? Is she going to glom onto me? Blah, 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 blah. It's like really uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's so good. Okay. Just good to notice it stirs up the jungle of monkeys about relationships, right? All these things that could happen. And they've usually like when I'm anticipating, then I believe it's happened in the past. Like I have my evidence. I have proof, you know. So this glommy thing, you know, I
And there's just this feeling of discomfort also about what's expected of me. How do I maintain my own
yeah.
responsibility to me while I'm trying to be responsible? Do I just turn that over to somebody else or whatever? Yeah.
Good. Okay, good. So it's like, and especially if somebody's glommy, so
Mhm.
um I I won't know what to do. I need my independence or something. I'll um yeah, I could give up my sense of self or something solid in here about me. Yeah, danger, danger. Something says danger, danger when they are glommy. Yeah. Mary.
Well, that was very well put, Lori. I really, really relate to that. Um, it isn't what I wanted to work on this morning, but I just was like, well, that was well put. Um, so mine this morning is I'm back to my old faithful. My headaches are a problem. And
Okay.
because I'm struggling this morning and I was trying to identify like it's crossed a line into where I go, this is a problem. As far as I'm concerned, this is a problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Um, and then the reaction is a very intense frustration that I haven't been able to handle it this morning, anger, fatigue. And then I realized, oh, I'm getting into a victim mode. I went into a whole thing in my head where I was explaining to some imaginary person everything I have to do to manage my headaches, like all the tedious detail.
Mm,
And I'm like, who am I even talking to? Like, but it's like
mm,
that's the victim thing. Like, I feel like I need someone to know how difficult this is, how
right.
much I'm dealing with every day, what I'm doing every morning.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Like, I look like a normal person, like I'm just functioning, and like you have no idea what it takes. I'm like, I'm just like, ugh.
Yes. Yeah.
So all that frustration is I feel like a victim. I've got a problem. People need to understand. And then the whole thing is boring and tedious because I'm like so tired of this particular topic.
Yeah, like,
So, but yeah, it's like, but it was interesting to look at it and be like, okay, here we go. I'm reactive this morning to
yeah,
this.
yeah,
It's my familiar reactivity. I don't always stay in that.
yes,
It's crossed a line where now I'm reactive.
yes. Is that good? I mean, I just think it's pretty amazing to notice I don't stay here.
Right. I
I
don't
don't stay here. Like, because you go, here we go again. Oh my God. I bet, like, I'm visiting this place and I didn't want to get here, you know?
planet headache. Yeah,
Yes,
it's like a place. It's a place in my brain or something, a place in my body and brain. But
yes,
yeah, it's absolutely not my whole life or my constant state of mind,
yeah,
partly because the headaches come and go.
yeah,
It's not a constant state.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
So, I don't know, saying the belief my headaches are a problem, does that seem,
Yes, that's
yeah,
good because
okay.
then it'll, you just look again and notice the mind saying that. And we're not saying the mind is insane or crazy, even though I know sometimes it is, right? But
Hmm.
it's like it's just it's doing what it does, like it would making note of discomfort, survival and getting you to comfort and safety and all that it does. But we'll watch
Yeah.
it very slowly, as it,
Maybe figuring out like, well, what exactly is the problem?
yes. And like maybe it's trying to do that, but something about feeling like a victim of this. I bet you everybody can find that on anything they're doing the work on. I am whatever a victim is, it's like small and powerless. And this thing is asserting itself in my life, and it's bigger and more powerful, and I have to deal with it. He said, I have to deal with this. I can't choose not to deal with it.
Yeah, and I always feel whiny.
Yeah, yes, okay. The victim pose. It's got wine to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are good, and everybody listening, you can find whatever it is, you're looking, here you are, you're looking at life, do what life does, and you've got your thoughts about that. Danger, danger, it's a battle. It's like I have to contend with this. Kind of however your mind puts it is great, your own individual thing, like what we've heard. I need to worry. This people are gloomy. Uh-oh. Headaches. Uh-oh. Okay. So very interesting to put it in the way Mary you just did, saying it's a problem. It's a this is a problem. Is it true? Just notice this is a problem. Here's what I say about it. I'm upset because is that true?
I'm saying yes because there's a second question, and in the first question, I really am like, yes, like you said, it's like, yes, it's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Like I'm
I
in
love
it.
it.
I'm in the emotion of it. And
Yes.
so I want to stay with the
Yeah.
it's not a theoretical question, it's what I'm living,
Yes.
which is a
Yeah.
yes, this is a problem for me.
Yes. Yes. Which I love that about. I mean,
Me too.
you
I
know,
love that.
yes.
I don't want to give that up.
Yeah.
But the
Right.
second question kind of allows you to be like fully in the first,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
which
such
is
a great
really
way to put
great.
it. Very good way to put it. I like that. And it's sort of like respecting the individual unit, like the seed, and then the whole, I don't know, collection of it all. Anyway, just being with, it also allows us to think, at least for me, be aware of how it looks to be an individual, experiencing life. Just being human in this way, having a mind, having feelings. Okay, so second question. So, yes, 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 tantrum on the floor, yes, kick and scream, yes. Okay, can you absolutely know this is true? Can you absolutely know it's the truth? No doubt whatsoever?
Of course not.
Say a little more.
Well, I don't know if I need to worry. I don't know. I just worry. Doesn't do a damn thing, doesn't change the situation, doesn't affect my thinking except for the worst.
Yes.
Worst. Is it worse or worst? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Isn't that great though to see? I mean, that it just,
I have no idea.
yeah. This thing that look, I think of as so reliable initially, or that it just moves to, or it gets on that track, or we get on that train, and it just very automatic and fast. I don't even know if that's the thing. I don't even know if it doesn't even, I actually know it doesn't work. Yeah, no guarantees whatsoever.
Yeah, I could be worrying about absolutely the wrong thing.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
I thought it was this.
Yeah, yeah. We've
No, it
all
is the
had,
train coming, not the bus. Yeah,
yeah, right.
I just wasn't looking for the train.
Yes,
So I don't know.
yeah. We've all had that experience of like you're anticipating, I wonder what it's going to be like. I wonder what it's going to be like. Uh-oh, oh no, da da da, whatever. And the mind is just filled with images, just filled with them about what's going to happen. And nothing's happened except for your mind full of images. Hey, Meg's got a good one. I need my divorce to be fair. It's good. Yeah. Lori.
Well, I kind of changed mine to it's a problem being with others or being included by others. Is it true? Yes, it's an infringement on my space or status. Can
Mhm.
I know it's absolutely true? Well, no. When I was younger, a girlfriend taught me the hula. I liked wrestling with my brothers. In junior high, middle school sports, I liked playing with a group. I needed a group to do that. Just shooting a basket all by myself would have been a little bit boring.
I love it. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, can I absolutely know it's true? It would just be better if there was no other people. Like this relating thing is just not working out. No. Okay. I love it. Hula. You know? Okay, good. All right. Okay. So there's never a right or wrong answer, It could be a yes for you for answering the question. Yeah, Mary.
Well, I got to know because I was like a problem in relation to what? Um,
Uh,
and then I said if life is just life, the headaches are just life happening. Where's the problem?
mm,
It's the problem is I see them as interfering with life happening in a particular way. And then I thought, well, Byron Katie would not experience them as a problem.
uh-huh.
I'm quite sure of that. And
Uh-huh.
so I realize, I'm making them a problem,
Hmm.
but that doesn't mean it's absolutely true that they are a problem.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, great.
It's how I'm framing many things
Yes.
to
Yeah.
make that they end up with the word problem attached.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, good. All right. So just aware of the answer. I love that. Just noticing the answer as you sit, watch that. And what happens when you believe this thought? When you're thinking it, What do you see happens? What are you aware of? Especially what's the feeling sense in the body? What's the energy like when you think this thought? And you can slow it down so slowly. You're not having the thought, and then an incident happens. If you guys saw things in slow motion where they're just like super slow, pausing, very, very slow. Notice this perception comes in, and what's the feeling, maybe before you're even aware of what images come to mind? The sense in there. Larry, you were going to share?
Yes, and then I was slowing down
Mm.
from what she said, so I was thinking about that.
Yeah, yeah.
The sense is just fear,
Yes.
fear. So much what Mary said applies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
here I go. Here it is again. I know I've worked on this many times, and
Sure.
here it is again. What's wrong with me? I should be past this? Byron Katie would be past this. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Don't you know, I love the noticing what's wrong with me. It's related to the opening quote. A sense of inadequacy appears. Inadequacy. How do I treat or see myself? How am I identified with whoever I am? What is that?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's. I know this. I know it's in my
Yeah.
thinking. I know that. I'm still
Hmm.
Mary said this, or you said in relation to that, the victimization, small and powerless, whining, frustrated because I know it's in my thinking.
Mm.
And
Okay.
damn it,
Yes. But then I quickly become against that. You see? Like it's
yes.
in my thinking. There's like a whirlwind that happens here, like those little tiny tornadoes, those little dust devils on the Texas Panhandle near my grandma's house. It's like they go like that, and they're just whirling along, going across the highway, and like a little dust devil. But it's like what's wrong with me? Oh my God, you know, stop. I've done the work on that, that kind of like just noticing it. Another thought comes in, it's against the thinking.
Yeah, please just stop. Yes.
Yeah, yes, I don't like it. I don't like
Come
it.
on, get off it already.
Yeah,
Leave me
yeah,
alone.
yeah, yeah,
And it's me troubling myself, me,
yes,
and yeah.
yes. I'm expecting myself. I have an image of myself as a person who's just never worried again or something. Or like, here's this worry thing that comes and I just laugh at it or whatever I do. I have an image of something other happening than feeling the fear, feeling the fear that's appearing, and then my mind going, oh my God, okay, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if that happens? I don't like it. And I don't like saying what if. And you're getting caught. I'm aware that I'm caught in it. And then I don't like that. I'm mad at myself. Yeah. It just loves being against stuff. I don't know. Even if it's you or whatever, that energy. Yeah. or thinks that'll be a benefit or safe or something. You know, who else? Like, what happens when you think your thought? Lori.
What happens when I believe that this is a problem? What's the feeling or the sense in my body? The feeling or the sense of there's anxiety arises, feel uncomfortable. This feels like a dangerous situation, or I'm in danger here. I feel vulnerable. I feel
Mm.
confused, a sense of inadequacy, not able to handle this feeling. I'm in an unsupported failure territory. Don't
Mm.
know how to handle this. I'm not good at this. I don't really trust myself to handle this well. I don't, I don't even.
Yeah, never mind. I will, yeah.
The way I know that I know that flee, just flee. That's my
Hmm.
that's my resource.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
that's the only resource I got in my toolbox.
Yeah. Fleeing. Yeah. And just notice that like a lot of the memories, the images, the thoughts that appear, the awareness coming is that I feel unsafe in this moment. I don't know what to do. I probably have opposing thoughts, especially when somebody's gloomy. I mean, I just think that was important to, because that was sort of came up twice in the story. It's like, so somebody's, whatever that is for you, they're making a request. They're acting like they need something. They're,
Like they need something from me. Yeah.
yes. And there's something about that energy that I feel frightened. Um, I might have opposing
Yeah, because
thoughts.
because even if I'm thinking of a different person who it's like when she was inviting me, like she was interested in being friends, that can my I can react to that they're wanting something from me. This
Mm,
this latest person feels a little more gloomy, but when somebody's showing an interest in wanting my
mm,
friendship, company, or whatever. But yeah, so I just feel wholly um, like I haven't gone through training to handle any of this stuff.
mm.
Totally, totally, yeah. It feels the anxiety rises, and
Yes,
I don't feel prepared,
great.
competent. Uh,
Really
uh,
good. I don't have the training. I don't have the skills. I don't have the competence. I'm not, I could just, so, good, this inadequacy appears again. I don't have the training. I don't have it.
right. And when I'm believing this thought, when I
Yes,
am believing this thought, this is the reaction.
yes. Yeah. There's a good way to act and there's a bad way to act or respond to somebody like this. And also over there, they,
Yeah.
there's an
Yeah.
easy or hard way for them to behave. Okay. Good to notice. Lots of get stirred in the moment. Okay. Mary.
Well, a lot of stuff I already talked about, but I realized I moved very quickly out of the victimized to I have this angry and determined not to give up, to fight it. And so it's like endure and fight.
Ah,
And I basically land back there all the time
ah,
after going through all the frustration or whatever, unless if the headache, I could say, wins the battle and takes me out, like seriously takes me out, and I have to go to bed,
uh-huh.
then there's like a surrender, I guess I would say.
Ah,
I kind of stop the fight and I go into a different frame of mind a lot of times.
hmm,
But right now but ultimately in my life, it's like, oh no, there's no acceptance. There's no place of acceptance really. It's like I have to fight this.
ah, yeah. Okay.
So when I believe the thought, my headaches are a problem, it's like, yeah, and I have to fight this problem.
Yeah, I gotta win.
And I'm enduring and I have to
Yes.
endure. That's
Yes.
not an option. So that's where I'm at.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So,
Almost become more determined.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And it's just, I mean, makes me think of movies, that there's the things that happen in the human experience, and whatever renewed energy towards something is, but pushing or forcing or just watching it all happen, like the movement, like weather and this come up, and that there's something that serves about it. It looks like maybe it does. There it is. It's like a reality. Okay. So just noticing how we treat ourselves and what we think of ourselves. I get identified. I am the one who, this is my identity, my label. One more question here. As we're exploring how you react and what happens is whose business are you in when you believe that thought? So if you've never heard of that question before, there's something that Byron Katie says, which is there's three kinds of business. There's other people's business. There they are going about their lives, making their own decisions, whatever they do, coming and going, doing what they do, their business. There's God's business, reality's business, earthquakes and the mystery of what happens and all the different animals, plants. And then there's my business, which is this my looks like they're mine. Feelings and thoughts and how I'm moving about in the world, responding or reacting. And to be out of your own business will bring loneliness, disconnection. If you're in God's business or other people's business. So I love that question. Whose business am I in when I'm believing this thought? Mary.
I feel like I'm in all three.
Mm, mm,
I mean, it's first it's my business because it's,
mm-hmm,
my head, my morning, my day.
mm-hmm,
But then in a way, part of the problem relates to other people and how I'm going to interact and be in my life with other people and how they're going to judge or experience my participation with them.
mm,
So I'm thinking about how they're going to react to me, how I'm showing up in a way that's palatable or not for others. So I'm in
mm,
their business.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then I didn't invent the syndrome of headaches. That's God. So, so it's like God's business where he sends down headaches
Mhm.
and who they land on.
Mm, yeah.
Things like cancer, life, death, everything,
Mm,
accidents, it's all God's business.
mhm, mhm.
So I'm definitely in God's business being like, yeah, this is a problem. This wasn't right. You made a mistake.
Yeah, yeah, you should have done it differently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Lovely. That's great. Lori,
So, I don't know if we're in the without the belief part of it that it's a problem that she's glomming, she's wanting my friendship.
you
She's
can. Let's do it.
glomming, which I've labeled her as. That's well, she's glomming. Well, maybe she is, okay? But it's her business, it's her journey.
Mm-hmm.
and sort of respecting her journey. Okay, she's gloomy and maybe she's feeling comfortable enough around me to show that she's needy. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But so her business, so my business, when you mention my business are my feelings, my thoughts, my responses, my reactions, and God's business. So, you know, I can accept going on a walk. I don't have to accept every suggestion. I can decide, I can negotiate the day, the time, the activity. Um, and but really, if she's kind of respecting other people's journeys,
Hmm.
so she can be gloomy. Can I be with somebody who's gloomy and still not make it my business? My brother's a member of the NRA. He's a gun nut, and can I be with him and not make that a political argument with him every time? Can that be his business?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, to be with somebody is, and
It's a good question. It's like just imagining being in their presence, first just going there, just this proposed walk, or just like you're doing with brother, there it is, just being with this.
right. So if it feels like somebody's wanting more than I want to give, we're walking, we're being together. This could be nice, and I don't have to agree to more than this.
Hmm. Hmm.
I can just
Yeah.
I can I can support myself and how far I want to go
Yes.
in this relationship.
You have. It's not, inadequacy isn't the bottom line. It's like in here, there is something that says yes or no in the moment. And it's even okay to change your mind. I said yes a minute ago to that, and now it's not quite it. Who knows? It's all okay. I like that. I like Katie's saying, don't be careful. You might hurt yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the needing to be careful phase as I venture a little bit farther in this. But yeah, it would be nice at some point to say, I'm not in danger here. I can be
Yes.
not so careful.
Yes. And maybe that's can be right now. We could just imagine, first starting with imagining who you'd be without this thought. There's just no, label. When somebody's gloomy, you know, it's a problem. So just imagine being there and not having that perspective. You know how a dog would be if they went on the walk? What if, just
Hmm.
to be without that story?
And what was Katie's quote again? And what
Don't
do you
be,
think she means by don't be so
yeah,
careful?
don't be careful. You might hurt yourself. So, when I'm kind of holding my breath or watching for neediness or watching for they're going to ask me something, and I'm like anxious about the rules and the way people are supposed to be together and how I need to respond or what they really want or all that stuff that happens in the mind, busy, busy, which is okay. So minds do. Um, I'm being really careful and I might hurt myself. I might wind up saying no and not even hanging out with her at all, or, you know, getting isolated, or thinking I have to have people when it's perfectly fine to be alone. The other way around too. Um, Yeah. What's freedom? Freedom for that anything could happen and I would be okay. I am enough. I'm not inadequate in any situation. Larry.
Without the thought, I need to worry. The word that came to mind was surrender.
Ah,
Just, whose business? Let the doctors. It's their business. Okay.
yeah.
And what you just said, free, free to surrender into whatever happens. Just
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know what's going to happen. I hardly know what is happening.
Right.
So,
Yes.
just, and um, lighthearted,
Hmm.
lighthearted. Carol has this phrase, all something like all good things, everything's possible with a light heart.
Oh,
She got
yes.
that from someplace. Everything's possible with a light heart. I don't know what that means, light heart,
Yeah.
but I know I'm worried about my heart. So
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
surrender. I don't know what that. Just
Yeah. It's okay. It's just doing what it
give in.
does
Go
and
like Mary when she said go to bed. I
oh,
was curious, Mary, when you said that. It's like, what's that? So, and you go into a different mode or something. That's kind
yeah.
of how I think of surrender in a certain way. The hell with it. But not
Yeah.
the hell with it like screw you, the hell with it. But
Yeah, yeah.
I
Right.
can't do a damn thing about this. So,
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Makes you think of like how humor is. Humor looks the light heart, like it's kind of funny.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Carol and I laughed a lot this morning about that.
Ah, that's
I
great.
did because we were talking about me always finding the pony,
Yeah.
finding the shit. But there's a pony, so
That's great. Yeah. Mary.
Well, that just reminded me of the Hafiz poem, which we haven't mentioned in a long time. Do you know which the Hafiz poem about like putting down the knife or something? Do you remember
Yes.
that?
Yes. Dropping the knife.
Um, I think there was a year of inquiry where we said that a lot. Like
Yes.
we knew that poem and we kept saying, "Oh, I just put down the knife."
Yes.
And the surrender to me is it's like finally I put down the knife. I give up the fight.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Um, so but for me without the thought where I went to was it would just be headaches and it's sort of like oh it's just a cloudy day or it's a cold day. There's a sensation, a different unfolding of the day than I anticipated. Take it one step at a time. I might eat, I might drink, I might lie down, I might take pills. I might feel worse, I might feel better, and I would respond accordingly, and my day would go like that. And then
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh, right, no drama with its attendant emotions."
Uh,
I
yeah.
would be calm and relaxed. And right now, living on a lake in the winter, it's a great metaphor because every day it's like it's not up to me to dictate what I can and can't do each day because sometimes the lake's frozen and you could skate, and sometimes there's a lot of snow and you could not skate, or it's so cold you don't want to go outside, or it's a great day for hiking in the woods. Like, so you just kind of wait and see.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's like it would be sort of like that, more like I'm in a dance with whatever state I'm in, and
Yeah.
that okay, that's all right. That's fine. I
Yeah.
can and maybe be less attached to how what I want to have happen in my day, kind of, and
Yes.
have all these and having a lot of implications for what it means about my life.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the future, the whole
Yeah.
thing.
It's just back to
Yeah.
this. Oh, this is what's happening now.
today,
Yeah.
now.
And
Yes.
it's
And
okay.
like it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, totally okay.
Yeah.
It is, which, so just getting that sense, everyone, but then it moves into the turnaround sometimes, which is I hear that happening. It's like this isn't just about being without the thought and wondering about that and imagining that and just feeling that, like just this moment without any story about the past and the future and kind of where it needs to go and images, but they're all, even though the mind continues to work, it's just being in the moment, but also really like underlines it or does something to it to find the turnarounds is amazing. Like, how is this not a problem? How is this something that has something to offer? This moment is an invitation to something or, you know, interesting. Is there something about this that is working for me? And just looking at the original thought and turning it around in all the ways we turn it around. So complete opposite, turned around to the self, turned around to the other, just the most simple, like Larry's, I don't need to worry. Just my mind needs to worry. Yeah, that's what minds maybe do. It thinks it does, but I don't need to. My feet aren't worrying ever in the situation, and they're a part of me. They've been a part of me the whole time, my whole life, just like my mind has. And they're not worried. So it's part of me. It's already present. It's here. Yes, Larry.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I've had that turnaround before. Live. What do I do? What is that turnaround? In other words, is that the surrender part? I mean, if I'm worried, I'm worried. I don't need
Yes.
to, but
Yeah. And if I know I'm because of looking and this work, I can see, oh, that's that thing. The wind is blowing the wind is blowing through. And that's totally okay. But I also understand the nature of what thought is. It's not, I don't need to dive into it or even if I do, I'm gonna come out of it. It's okay. It's like I know it's not serious. Being in thought is or the answer.
what occurred to me as you were speaking was kind of your foot analogy. It's like I'm latching on to this. You
Yeah.
know, there's all these things I'm not even thinking about, let alone
Yeah.
worried about. But
Right.
this is to be worried about.
Yes. Right. My own
And
little,
I must worry about that. There's
yeah.
this my thinking, my mind needs to worry. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't need to worry. I
Yeah.
mean, same way I don't need to worry about stuff that I'm not I don't need to worry about stuff I'm not worried about.
Yeah. Right. Isn't it interesting? Like, yeah, it's not concerned, and there's so many things happening in the world right in the moment, but it's not concerned about that. And it's just kind of cool to notice that. So it's not really delivering, in some profound way what is required to be worried about. It's just showing up that way, like in the personal zone. And that's okay, because that's what it'll do. It's not necessary.
Yeah, it's interesting because I am taking it so personally.
Yeah. 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 The
And
I need to
I
worry.
should be taking it personally. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I like that the original statement, like I need to worry. It's really my mind needs to worry. And it's got this flavor of being about me, 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 me. that I'm scared of, like just to have compassion for I'm afraid about when I see those images of, how life unfolds. I don't like them. I don't like the image of all the things that you've mentioned. I don't like the image of her being sick. I don't like the image of being alone. I don't like the images of death. I don't like any of those. And I think they're terrible. Like it'll just touch on it for a second and be like, no, run screaming from it. And we all know that like a lot of the wise sages will say, we don't even really know what it is. We don't know that it's bad. Might be fantastic. I don't know. But it's just that it's uh frightened, of change. But I have compassion for the mind doing that. But, I don't need to worry. My thinking needs to worry. Hmm. I don't know if it makes sense. Worrying needs to me. I need to do this thing. Worrying needs to do me in the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what it means either, but it's interesting. I'll thank you. I'll look at that.
Yeah. Okay. Mary, how about with the headaches?
Well, I started with my headaches are not a problem. And there's a lot there. They're helping me really understand inquiry in this particular instance. It feels so clear and it like what it is we're doing here with inquiry. This headache situation is helping me
Mm.
focus that work and really sort of I feel like
Oh,
I'm sort of
yeah.
getting the bigger picture of what inquiry is about. They
Mm.
also bring me into the present in my life. And this is something I went to a yoga workshop with Rodney Yee one time. He's one of the top teachers, and he said his injuries were his greatest teachers. Because, and I've had that experience well, that I am never more present in my body than when I have an injury and I'm trying to do yoga because you really have to pay attention.
Hmm.
And so the headaches do that in my life. I can't just sort of, oh, I'm going to go off and have
Yeah.
this life and this is how it looks. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you have to actually be present here with what's happening and your life will unfold accordingly.
Yeah.
And then I
Wow.
thought the word problem is too small a word for what they are. It's just one little concept.
Ah.
And
Ah.
and then I was like, oh, they're also an enhancement. They give me empathic understanding for human beings who are suffering in different ways.
Mm.
And they make me into a human with a problem and a human who feels, I don't know, victimized, out of control, like
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
inadequate or all. So
Yeah.
it's a connecting force. Um,
Ah. Sure.
and then I flipped it to my thinking is a problem for my headaches. Um, and it's like, yeah, that the thinking like that was happening this morning, there's all this anger and tension. Well, that's obviously not really going to help the head. Um,
Uh-huh.
and then there's a way of my thinking causes me to not be with myself with headache. So I'm overriding what's happening. And I mean, when I was younger, I did this all the time and got myself into huge problems because I would override what was actually happening and get myself somewhere and then just be in agonizing. It would just be a terrible
Ah.
situation because I wasn't paying attention to what I needed. It's like you have a
Ah.
headache, you need to lie down, you need to not go. Um, and then my thinking is a problem because of the lack of empathy, kindness, and acceptance
Oh, wow.
that it
Yes.
it doesn't give me, like,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It narrows in and just spotlights a certain
It's just a
thing and
problem.
misses. Yes. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
kind. It would be like a child, if a child had, some discomfort of some kind, and then you were like, well, that's a problem, you know, and you didn't
Yeah.
help, the
Yeah.
child just sort of take care of itself, and
Yes.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Lovely. That's so sweet. It's a good metaphor, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Larry.
You know, I was thinking, Mary, as you were speaking, your headaches are such a great teacher for me. I don't know if
Wow.
because watching you work through it is pretty remarkable for me and it helps me. So I was thinking, yeah, as part of this worrying needs me, what's this teaching me? What is this? What is this? What's to be learned here? Or some beyond just
Yeah.
physically, is there something going on? But is there something to be learned?
Yeah.
And can I work? What will I gain by working through that? There's something there. So
Yeah.
I enjoy your headaches, Mary. I'm sorry.
There's an example. That's an example of why they're showing up in life is like they're helping other people. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, because I could write on that one. It's great. Amazing. Lori.
So I'm back at when you were talking about dropping the knife. Um, so to surrender, to give up the fight opposing others, me against them, an outsider. Put down the outsider knife, hurting myself. So for a turnaround, if I don't need to believe being with others is a problem, I don't need to exclude myself, believing I'm an outsider. Surrender that. I'm an insider in my life.
Mm.
And then the turnaround for outsider needs to do me, oppose needs to me, like, come on, follow
Hmm.
me, like, hurry,
Hmm.
keep safe, keep safe. So compassion, kindness, it's okay. You're trying to keep me safe. Okay, so my mind needs to do that danger stuff.
Hmm.
Um, so it's okay. So the compassion and kindness would be me, uh, and it's okay. You're trying to keep me safe, thanks. But guess what? I am safe. I am.
Yes. Yeah.
And but you're the but this the mind needs to worry. The not mind needs to be opposed. The mind needs to try to keep me safe.
Hmm.
And to but I don't have to worry, believe, be opposed, be the outsider.
And I really hear that with like as you're envisioning that, I don't have to, right, I'm not outside support. Like even this person here that I'm encountering, like this is part of life and it shows up in another human being in the moment is safe and a supporter and like, what if I could be completely myself and honest in some way and like just feeling or noticing that I might have the thought that they'd be offended by certain things or I can't say no or look at how needy they are, whatever, that it's all these are just ideas coming in the mind and I might even be able to ask them. I mean, if you're super innocent, like I said, you want to come over and spend the whole day with me tomorrow? This has been a great walk. How about coming spending the whole day with me tomorrow? And you're like, oh, that's a little too much. You just might say, wow, that's a lot after a walk. I don't think I can commit to that, but you know, that's really cute that you asked me or so, that you want to spend time with me or tell me more about that. That's an interesting invitation. I'm not so sure. I don't know. Very innocent, just free. If you're free, free like Forrest Gump, you know. He's just like, are you? Yeah, really powerful to think of, is whatever I'm encountering something that can support me? Does it support me in any way in this world of opposites? Let's just rest with that. So, anything else with turnarounds that anyone wants to share? Let's hear the Hafiz poem. Gotta have it. All right. Once a young woman said to me, Hafiz, what is the sign of someone who knows God? I became very quiet and looked deep into her eyes and then replied, My dear, they have dropped the knife. Someone who knows God has dropped the cruel knife that most often use upon their tender self and others. So from Adyashanti again, you can never know when you are at the last layer until all of a sudden it's revealed and poof, the house of cards collapses. You've gone through the bottom, and the sense of inadequacy no longer has the power to draw you back out of your true nature. Dropping the knife, dropping out of the bottom, your true nature is adequate. It's enough. Mary.
I just wanted to add a little angle, slightly different angle on that. Like
Yeah.
that perception, I believe it, like it's like you drop through the bottom and then you're in a new place. Like it's the full transformation they're talking about, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to also possibly share one of the things I like about Byron Katie, and I had this experience not too long ago. I worked on something quite petty, and she always says go for the petty stuff, right? So suddenly Alice was going to use my hairdresser, and I noticed I was feeling jealous, and I was feeling like she's going to steal her from me. My hairdresser's going to like her better than she likes me, and I've been seeing this woman for 20 years, and God damn it, but I can't like say no, you can't go to her. And I was like, oh, I'm such a petty person. It was so embarrassing and humiliating that I was having these feelings. But I did a really full worksheet with my regular partner.
Ah.
And I then completely forgot about the whole thing. Yesterday, I went to get my hair done, my hair cut. And then my hairdresser, I think, said, oh, how did Alice like her haircut? And then I remembered the whole thing. And I was like, oh, it's gone. It was gone. Like, it's not like my
Yes.
whole life is transformed, but that one thing,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
couldn't find it. I could not find any of the emotions. I sort of remembered it theoretically.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, where did it go? I guess that worksheet did the trick.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
And
That's
to me, like, that's why I like the practice with Byron Katie is you get a taste of it.
yes. Absolutely.
And to me, that convinces me like this is real. What she's talking about is real because I experience it in these little things. And if you can keep the practice going, then it starts to expand in
Yes.
different areas, and then you can get deeper. And to be honest, I don't ever expect the whole thing to drop. I don't expect to
Yeah.
get where Adyashanti's talking about. If it happens, it happens. I mean, that's God's business, sort of.
Yes.
But I'm good with life just getting, me being a little less jealous and petty.
100%. 100%. And notice the mind will go to this is it happening in some kind of massive collapse that now
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
yes. And I don't even know if Adya would say that that's what he means. So
Mm,
I love that you actually brought that up because I forgot that people often are expecting this massive, like some sort of personality reinstall or something like that that happens. And
yeah.
yeah, and I
And
think,
and actually in the way, even though we want it, we're
Yeah.
terrified of it. It'll slow us down
Oh,
because I
yeah.
mean, that's when Byron Katie says the ego will fight for its life. And I really see that. Like, my ego needs me to take this as slow, just
Yes.
slow. Like,
I
because
even think
I got to
that,
stay in my life as myself.
yes, even that image of there's going to be some kind of massive, like an enlightenment, transformational, bottom dropping out in all areas, in everything. I even like to think of that as actually the ego loves likes to have that picture, like hold that
Yeah.
over here.
Mm.
Because that's not happening. It's saying it's not happening.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not happening, but it could happen because other people could have that happen. So I actually love that you brought that up. Um, Very important, I think, very powerful. This is about being ourselves fully, just deeply ourselves with the knife dropped.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that is great because it's another manifestation. My ego is this gotta,
Yeah,
the bottom will drop out and
yeah,
nirvana.
yes, yes. So, okay, good. Good to watch that. I just love that you brought that up because that's powerful and important. It's not the image wanted to be, like shared, that there's some other thing that will happen. It's not happening yet. Yeah, no, it's happening right now. Lovely, everybody. So good. Good to be with you. Nice to see you and that beautiful snow scene, Meg. I love that. That was beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Uh,
Thank you all.
yeah, lots of love, everybody.
Thank you.
See you next time.